Hey, good morning, buenos dias. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming, where I entertain tarot with you. These are general readings, and so I'm trusting that you are discerning with the information that I or anybody else has to share for that matter. And so if the story doesn't fit, don't make it fit. It's possible that you may be leaning into one of your other placements, so check out your sun, moon, Venus, rising, north node, south node, and or all of the other zodiac signs, because you do have them all in your birth chart. They're just in a different part of your life being activated by different things at different times. It's Café con Tarot. It's Sunday. I hope you have your coffee and your tea. Got mine right here. And I hope you are ready to jump right in, doing an all zodiac sign reading of where you are, where you have been, where you are, where you're going, and then a general reading at the end for everyone watching. We are in Gemini season, and so happy birthday, Gemini. Happy birthday to me. Just had a birthday. Gemini sun, Libra rising right here. And so we are going to get started with Gemini, and I'm going to use this new deck thank God that I'm excited about. So Gemini, we are starting with you. Gemini sun, moon, Venus rising, north node, south node, or a cross watcher. If you are a cross watcher, if you don't know what that is, it's just someone who's watching someone else's reading. Sometimes that helps, but again, you do have them all in your birth chart, so there's always something there for you if you decide to pay attention. I just saw the Ten of Swords, so there could be some type of ending for you. And actually, we're not going to pull these out yet because we're going to do oracle signs, oracle cards. Good Lord, Yubes. Good Lord. I hope you all enjoyed the elemental readings for last week. Those were there for you, Gemini. Okay. Let's see what comes out for you, my friends. Oh, almost. I almost wanted to come out. Gemini, and I'll make sure to hold these back so they're not repeating. Angel of Strength, Leo energy. So you're needing to tap into your confidence. There could be something challenging right now, some type of change that's happening, because it's a 50, so 5 plus 0 is 5. You could be undergoing some transformation right now that's requiring strength, that's requiring endurance, that it's requiring caution too. Look, this lion is like kind of stepping into this next, like, I'm not sure if this is where I'm supposed to be going, but you're protected. There's an angel right there behind you, so be cautious. It could just be that it's a new thing for you and you're not sure how it's going to turn out. So you're just needing to have faith. Have faith in the process. Have faith in the transformation. That what is happening is for you. Change in the wind. Yes, transformation. A change in the wind is happening. It's for reals this time. It's for reals, it's for reals. Change in the wind. You could be leaving a third-party situation, or just something that was incredibly challenging or off balance, just something that was off balance. And you're needing to just release that, allow that change to unfold, however that change is needing to occur for you, Gemini. All right, one more. There it is. Movement into balance. Was I just not saying something off balance? Movement into balance. There's a change, again, growth, right smack in the middle. And so needing to find movement into balance. It's a 1 card. So balancing yourself, right? 1 is self. Balancing yourself. The light, the dark, and the emotions. That's a lot of emotion. That's a lot of water energy. You could have water in your chart. You could have Leo in your chart. But let's see where you've been, where you are, where you're going. Where have you been? Gemini, where have you been? Oh, there it is, 10 of Wands. Oof, end of a cycle. Something challenging, something difficult. You've been carrying a lot of burdens where you've been. So you are walking away from this, which is great, right? Where are you right now? 2 of Swords, having to decide, having to trust your intuition. This could be why there's some caution Maybe you don't know where you're going. Maybe you have an idea, but there could be just some feelings of like, I'm not sure if this is it, but it's just the next thing in your plate. And so just trust that whatever or wherever you are, it's what you're needing for that moment, and then that will take you to the next moment and the moment after that. So you're in the middle of needing to make a decision with your truth, where you're going, but trusting your intuition in that process. And where you're headed, the Lovers. Oh, qué bonito. There could be a relationship that you're heading towards, something that is more balanced, right? I talked about third party energy. And or Lovers could also be alignment of self. Lovers is also a choice. So there could be a choice in love, or it could be a choice in the direction of your heart. It doesn't necessarily have to be in partnership, but it could be in terms of your line of work. Just something that is more in alignment with you, or a lot of things are in alignment with you, and you're still protected. Like, it's like the angels in the background, you don't even know. So yeah, you're headed in to a decision about love, about work, because you're leaving something heavy behind. What do you need to be aware of as you're doing this? 3 of Pentacles, more threes. For whatever reason, be aware of the cycles that repeat. If you were in a third-party situation, making sure you don't repeat that cycle. You're finding a new tribe, so you're focusing on friendship. Three of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. This is work relationships, work partnerships. But for whatever reason, I thought about friendships too. So it's threes, but it's usually like it's 3. Like this usually makes me, because it looks like it's 3 women, right? And the 3 of Cups, it's women celebrating usually, right? And so that's why I immediately thought it was 3 of Cups. But it's still headed towards a tribe, headed towards a new workplace, because it's 3 of Pentacles, right? That 3 is working with other people. But there's something about friendships, there's something about celebration and finding your own tribe, and making sure there's nothing unbalanced, right? Maybe this connection, if it is a person that you're headed towards, it could be more of a let's work together versus an actual relationship, right? Let's work together on something. Let's work together on something, right? And again, this could also be alignment of you. Yeah, let's get an oracle card. So I'm gonna do something interesting today. I'm picking something from Sacred Traveler, just because the Sacred Traveler, but I'm also going to pick, so I got these new, it's a tarot / oracle deck. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like a really thick book, but I really enjoy the art of it. So I'm going to use this as a way to also continue the embodiment of, you know, the 3 of Pentacles is what you should focus on, right? Work relationships. But I'm going to pick a card from there in terms of maybe the energy to embody. The energy to embody. So we'll get one of these and one of the other ones. Reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So you're headed there, right? Whatever you're ending, allow it to end, because you're headed towards where you are supposed to be, which is great. There's something magical about that. Let's see what it says. Well, I'll read that. Let's read it first. Reaching your destination. All your hard work and effort is paying off. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. If you've given your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. A destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you have any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your successes in life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. The voyage was long, and there were many adventures along the way. But as your trek reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop and rest, and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you have done. The traveler forgives those who, on the voyage, were less than honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You've reached your goal. Let everything else go. You're a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Celebrate and honor yourself. You are so worth it. So there's that one. which is lovely. And now let's get one of these because I'm curious about how this will turn out for you. So you're the first one to get one of these because I haven't used it. Let's see, Gemini. All right. The energy to embrace. Oh, there it is. 5 of coins. By your finances. 5 of coins. So let's see what it says. 5 of coins. It says, every one of us goes through bad times. It's a part of our human experience and there's no ducking it. The trick: to come out of your sad times wiser, not wounded. Don't be a person who internalizes pain, nursing and protecting it until you project it onto others. Use your pain as a lesson to teach and guide you. Talk about it, share experiences, ask for help. You are connected to others through shared pain. Today is the day that you breathe out and release anxiety and regret and breathe in healing and acceptance. Talk about your painful experiences, write about them, release them to the universe, process and move to the next step. You will come through this. It's just a moment. It too shall pass. You may come out the other side a little different, older and wiser, shrewder and more compassionate. That's all good. Every darkness has a silver lining. So this could be related to this hard work that you're coming to an end, right? And it's just reminding you to not take this baggage into this next chapter. To release yourself from that, which is really good advice. All right, Gemini, that was for you. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. That was for you, my friends. All right, moving on to what's next? Cancer. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button if that makes sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And check out your other signage. All right, let's do this one. For Cancer. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. I hope you're enjoying the 3-day weekend for those of you that celebrate in the US. I'm staying home this weekend. We have Carnaval in the area, and that's always fun. I'm the hermit. I'm right smack in the middle of it. And so they close down so much of the streets, and there's just like, it's like a party all day long for 2 whole days. And so I usually stay home. Unless I'm completely out, I usually stay home because it's just a pain to get back in. They won't let me into my street because it's closed off. So I just a hermit. I just a hermit on those days. All right, Cancer. Let's see. Let's see what comes out for you, my friends. There it is. You get 7th chakra. Ooh, Archangel Uriel. So a lot of change, a lot of transformation, a lot of wisdom coming out for you, Cancer. Wow. Yeah, crown chakra for sure. Something is being illuminated. Could be going through a spiritual awakening or another spiritual, just something transformative because it's 41 card. 4 + 1 is 5. So there could be some change that is being asked of you to do. Let's see what else comes out for you, my friends. Oh, 2 cards. I guess 2 cards. Yang, taking action, which is the opposite of you. Cancer, you're nurturing. You're naturally mother energy, but there's something about taking action and exchanging gifts. So this could be about community. This could be about engaging in sharing ideas, exchanging ideas. We're shifting into a more collective energy with regards to how we do life with other people. It's Aquarian energy. It's rebelling against the structures and the norms that were oppressive. And so now it is about like, how do we help each other get to that next step? So there could be a calling for you to explore what your gifts are, taking action, and either moving towards connections that are more in alignment with the you that is becoming, you could, and that could be where that calling is, like the crown chakra, activating that for you, having that greater awareness. And then also letting go of what is no longer for you. Sometimes we want to take, you know, our past with us, but not everything nor everyone from our past is supposed to go with us in the next chapter. And that could be really hard for a lot of people, especially when it comes to like family and friends, and you know, having the awareness of like, oh, we don't think alike, oh, we don't have the same values, oh, we were just in it because it was part of the norm, right, of what was expected. But sometimes you have to release some of those, and or set different types of boundaries moving forward. And sometimes that change is just temporary. It's not something that has to last a long time, depending on what and how those relationships were, right? Like if it was something that was completely draining you of your energy or taking up too much of your time where you are meant to do something else, then, you know, that's an example of something where you might have to release that or set really strong boundaries in order for you to do what you need to do for yourself. So it is, you know, to allow something in, you have to release something else. All right. Cancer, where have you been? Where have you been? Four of Wands. You have been you have been thinking about either being rescued or rescuing someone else. Being rescued. I feel like being rescued. Where are you right now? Virgo energy. King of Pentacles. Taking your time. It's almost like oh, like you were waiting to be rescued, but nothing really happened, or something happened, but you ended up being still alone. So either whatever experience you thought was what was for you, and I think it was just the expectations. Maybe it didn't turn out, and so now you are either you release that, you had to let that go. Where are you going now? Yeah, you're gaining Chariot. This is you. Clarity, Cancer energy. You have more clarity about where you're wanting to go. Right now, you're still taking your time because you're needing that clarity. And once you have that clarity, nothing's going to stop you. You're going to be able to take charge, move forward with swiftness. Yeah. That could be why it's like the yang energy. It's like taking action, right? Maybe you had awareness, a greater awareness that this connection or this relationship that you were hoping was going to either save you or some type of relationship. You had this awareness of like, no, that wasn't for me. What do you need to focus on? Eight of Cups. Yeah, going on this spiritual journey, knowing that the Knight of Cups is right around the corner, needing to leave where you are towards something better. Cancer. Let's get a Sacred Traveler, since you're going on a sacred travel. To spiritual travel. Eight of Cups is usually going on a spiritual quest. Let's get you an oracle card. Oh, there it is. You have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. There may be a blockage in your life or one ahead. However, you absolutely have all the inner resources you need, not just to overcome the difficulty, but to also thrive as a result. No matter what the obstacle is, you are amassing your inner strength to step beyond it. If there is a dream that you desire that has eluded you, know that you have all the inner skills to move beyond any blockages preventing you from achieving this goal. Use any obstacle as a stepping stone to great achievements and success in your life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, when the traveler encounters an obstacle on the path, the traveler understands that there are many ways to go beyond it. All you need is within you now. All the assets that you require to overcome this challenge are available to you. If you are blocked on one path, find another. This is a powerful time of developing your inner strength and fortitude. When you look back, you'll find that many inner gifts developed during this time, right? And that's what's going to help you exchange those gifts. So there you go. All right. One more card. What do you need to know with these oracle cards, these new oracle cards that I have? All right, Cancer, let's see. What do you need to know? There it is. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, look at this. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Let's see what that one says. That one is over here. Let's see. It's a major arcana, so it should be over here. Wheel of Fortune. There it is. The only constant in life is change, right? We all live in the Wheel of Fortune and dance a fine line between free will and fate. No one can fully control their destiny, and no one is powerless to their fate either. Occupy this mindset. Spin the narrative to a positive slant. Embrace change. Get comfortable with your own shifts. Notice the synchronistic events that underpin a good day, such as getting a good night's sleep, not doom strolling, ordinary things. Join the dots. Design the right environment. Give yourself the best chance of riding the waves. Today is the day that you can make something new happen. The Wheel of Fortune is there to be spun whenever you choose. Pick an area you want to change and act. Let the momentum unfold. The 24-hour rule asks you to turn that page every day, no matter what. You can celebrate or commiserate, but tomorrow you can turn the page. Tomorrow is a new day. Learn from the past, but don't dwell on it. Yesterday is over. So stay present, right? Whatever obstacles are coming your way, whatever challenges you're experiencing, you'll be able to navigate and move past it. All right. Cancer. That was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we're moving on to Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. This is for you, my friends. So let's get started with oracle cards for you, Leo. Leo. Oh, here we go. Anxiety. What are you worried about? What do you worry about? There's a storm, but the storm seems like it's kind of like moving off. Maybe something you were worried about, you're not needing to be worried about anymore, or there's something that is coming that you're anticipating. You're like, how am I going to do this? Co-create. Connect with the people around you, right? The people that have differences, because that's how you're going to be able to co-create. They complement you. They have what you don't have, and give yourself an opportunity to embrace that difference so that you can create something whole. So you don't have to come up with all of the answers, my dear, right? There are other people that have answers, and it's just a matter of you embracing that. So there could be something regarding your work or regarding something that you're creating, tapping in to other people. It's a 40 card, so it's around stability. So you don't have to do that alone. Let's get one more. One more. Oh, there it is. Feminine energy. Yes, that's part of co-creating. Co-creating, right? Tapping into the moon energy, allowing that change to occur. This is change. This is the symbol for change. So giving yourself an opportunity to do that. I want to use this one for some reason. All right, let's see where you have been, where you are going, Leo. Let's see. Here we go. Where have you been? Leo? Where have you been? Oh, there it is. Where have you been? 7 of Wands, defending your position. You've been working hard. You've been working hard at making sure maybe your reputation hasn't been tainted, or just working hard in general. 7 of Wands. I mean, usually you're like at the top of a rock, defending yourself from other people who may be talking smack or just going against you in some way. So that's where you have been. Where are you now, Leo? Where are you now? Where are you now? Oh, there it is. 2 of Wands, deciding, what do I do now? Which way do I turn, right? Not realizing that there's a third way. There's always a third way. It's not just this or that, right? You know that you are being called to do something, and 2 of Wands is you're doing the prep work. You're trying to figure out, I mean, that could be where the anxiety is coming in. It's just like, okay, I have to have a plan. I have to have a plan. I'm being called in a certain direction, right? Where are you going? King of Coins. You're going towards something more stable. You're going towards being able to ground your finances, being able to know how to manage your resources better. And so if you're worried about your resources, right, don't worry. You're headed towards stability. There's something about taking your time. It's a turtle. Earth energy. What are you needing to focus on? 5 of Coins. Healing, feeling left out in the cold. Healing, feeling left alone. This person, all they have to do is knock inside that church and they'll be able to obtain help. So you could be feeling like you're alone in this, right? When really you're not. You're never alone. If you choose to embrace the differences in other people, you'll be able to co-create and do something really, really wonderful. But all right, let's get an oracle card for you, Leo. An oracle card, and then we'll entertain one of the newer oracle cards of what will help you. Let's see. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. I still surprise myself. I'm like, oh, look. Oh my gosh. Support is all around you, my friend. You're not alone. Be open to support and help from others. You don't need to do it alone. Sometimes that support comes from someone you'd least expect. If someone offers you help, accept it. Trust that your life is guided. Unseen spirit travelers are helping you. Know that you are so very loved in ways that you may not always directly experience. Sharing the journey means that there is support all around you. Blessings from above are showering over your life. You are safe. Angels and spirit guides are real, and their presence is near. They're only a thought away. They're messages from the Creator. They're messengers from the Creator, and they come with immense blessings and love. All is well. The sacred traveler wants you to know. Fellow travelers are guiding and supporting you, and they love you deeply and profoundly. Be still and open your heart to their messages and healing. They will come to you in soft breezes, rainbows and feathers that seem to magically appear. Sometimes they will come in the form of a stranger with the message. These signs let you know that you're going in the right direction and that all is unfolding exactly as it should. Messengers from the Creator come with immense blessings and love. Be open to receive love from others. You are a healing, loving force for others. All right, there you go. Now let's get one of these. What energy to focus on or embrace with all of this going on for you, Leo? All right. What do you need to focus on or embrace? There it is. Ace of Coins. Ooh. Ace of Coins. Look how pretty that is. Ace of Coins. It's like you're being asked to go through a door. You're being asked to go through a quote. Let's see what it says. Ace of Coins. Aces are new beginnings, and today marks one for you. It will be something linked to health, wealth, work, or home, and within your circle of influence. This is a long-term investment, at least 1 year. It is something you take baby steps on each day, and over time they will add up to a giant leap. Today is a day that you figure out the one thing you can do today that makes tomorrow easier regarding health, wealth, work, or home. Do it. Repeat. No matter how tired you feel or difficult life is, you can always do one thing to make tomorrow better. Fear of failure is highest when you are looking at the ultimate destination. To reduce fear, close the gap. Focus on the smallest action to move you forward. This is within your gift. This you can do, and do well. There you go. That's so amazing. Right? Take your time. Remember I said it was going to be something and we're going to take your time. Take your time, my friend. You got this. All right, Leo. That was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message. if you think it'll help someone else. And don't forget to check out that final reading at the end. General reading for everybody. All right. We are moving on to Virgo. Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. Let's see where you have been, my friends, where you are, and where you are going. Virgo. All right. Don't forget to check out the general reading at the end. I forgot to say that. See if that story aligns with you. Third chakra. This is your sacral chakra. This is it is, right? Third chakra is your sacral chakra. That's where your creativity is. Is that right? Now I'm curious. So there's something about solar plexus, your power. For whatever reason, I was also thinking creativity. Your power source. So your self-esteem, Virgo. Virgo. Find out where you have Leo, because what's going to happen this summer? Jupiter was going to go into Leo or something about that. And Leo, I often associate with in Leo summer 2026. Yeah, bringing a massive surge of confidence, main character energy, and heart-centered leadership. So wherever you have Leo in your chart, Virgo, check that out. There's something about your confidence. There's something about reclaiming your sense of power. Yeah, because this just reminds me of Leo, like Leo energy. So kind of just see where you have Leo energy. Maybe it has to do with something with creation. But your third chakra is what is gaining attention, your power source. Where have you been giving your power away or letting others make decisions for you? Poised. So it's about your presentation, right? How are you navigating that situation? There's something about maybe too much Virgo, sometimes you can be a little too perfectionistic, right? Where it's hard to release control or kind of go a little crazy. Embrace the funness in life. There's something about, like, it says poise, where you're like doing a pose, but poise is also very much like you're very what's the word? Let me look it up. It's where you're very like self-assured, like composed, like too composed, right? But look at her, like she's wild and free. So there's something about being comfortable, being wild and free, right? But there's something reassuring about that too. You don't have to be serious all the time, right? Creativity. Did I not say that there was something about creative energy? The Three of Cups. There's something about finding your tribe, tapping into creative energy for you. I want to use you. I don't know why this card. This one, and I think this is why. Virgo. I always lean towards this one for you, and it's because it has the Hermit one in the front, and you're in essence in the tarot. It's the Hermit. It's a bias. I know it, but it just screams out Virgo. So, all right, let's get some cards where you have been, where you are, and where you are going. You could be needing to reclaim your sense of power around what you're creating. Maybe it's other people that have been either leading or influencing you on what to do, what to create, and now it's time for you to break free from that. Like, look, she's almost feeling like she's being released. So there's something about being released. Where have you been? Oh, that was easy. Where have you been? Five of Wands. This comes up for you a lot, my friends. Five of Wands, right? Where you've created something, but you're needing to tap someone in, right? Five of Wands usually is conflict energy, practice energy, where you're practicing how to resolve a conflict. But here, I feel like there's one person who's doing all the job, all the work, and there's other people around you that are just watching you do the work, and or are ready to tap in, are ready to help you. Where are you right now, Virgo? Where are you right now? Where are you right now? Where are you right now? There it is. You are Hierophant, Taurus energy. You're trying to find your balance. You're trying to find your balance. You're trying to find your center. Taurus is also very much servant energy, right? The buffalo gives of itself to the people, right? When you think about how it was before, right? A buffalo you can get meat from, you can get clothing from. So there's something about this self-sacrificial experience that you're thinking about, that you're reflecting on in terms of who you are and who you've become and who you are then next becoming. You are also learning, right? Hierophant is also learning a lot of wisdom. You could be exploring, really reflecting on where your power has been, because usually the Hierophant is all about systems. It's about the powers that be, right? And so there could be something about that you're reflecting on. Where are you going? That you're maybe learning how to break free from too. That you're like, oh, this doesn't align with me anymore, right? My power source, like I've had to like move away from that. And you're headed towards winning at all costs. Winning at all costs in a situation. There could be some manipulation or just an upper hand, having some type of upper hand. You have the Five of Wands and Five of Swords, so a lot of fives, like change. There could just be this feeling of like, I'm either going to win at this, or this duality. There's something about duality where like, I'm either going to come out the winner or I'm going to come out the loser. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It's something about your thought process. It's not dualistic. There's always a third way, right? Third chakra. There's always a third way. What do you need to focus on with this? Two of Pentacles. Balancing the spiritual and the material. So either I feel like you're gaining spiritual wisdom. You're in the process of gaining spiritual wisdom right now, and now it's about how are you going to integrate it so that it's not very polar opposite, like either I win or I lose, or that I have to win at all costs and bring other people down. Like there's a way that everyone gets what they want. And I think that's part of the creativity of like, can you think outside the box? Can you co-create with other people? Let's see what the Sacred Traveler has with you. So I feel like you're learning this. I feel like you're in the process of learning that the world is not just black or white, right? Even though it's Two of Pentacles, but the Two of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean that things are black or white, or it's this or that. It's, for me, it's always been, I'm balancing the spiritual, the wisdom, what's coming in for me from source, and then integrating that into my reality. Let's see what you get from the Sacred Traveler as you're embracing this new chapter in your life. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface lies great mountain tea. So abundance, but it's abundance through transformation. It's not just abundance, it's abundance through transformation. Let's see what it says. Look beneath the surface in your life and you'll find treasure. Bounty is awaiting you in many forms. The secret is knowing that you deserve it and are worthy of it. Something that you thought was ordinary will turn out to be extraordinary. Take a second to look at the people and situations in your life. Sometimes receiving treasure is simply a matter of seeing life in a new way. The treasure was always there. You just didn't see it. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. On the journey, this traveler confronts dragons and overcomes obstacles, and in the process discovers the depth of the treasure in their soul. Often treasure is found in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes after it seems that you've faced an inner dragon, you'll find the hidden treasure. Success begets success. So as you begin to seek and find the bounty in your life, more and more rewards will follow. This card heralds a bountiful, prosperous, and abundant time in your life. Now let's get one of these oracle cards and see what energy you need to embrace in order to navigate this. All right, here we go. There it is. you get strength, Leo energy. Talk about confidence. Talk about confidence. Oh, this is pretty. She's in the shadow of the strength. So there's something about being in the shadow of the strength. Let's see. I skipped it. ¿Dónde estás? Strength. Hierophant. Lovers. Here it is. Strength. The strength card comes to you with a message today. Value your strength. It has taken a lifetime to get here, and many tests and trials have already been overcome. You are wiser and more powerful than you know. There are depths of courage, determination, and resilience within you that you don't even see are there. Whatever you need will rise to the surface to be used. The stronger you are, the easier life becomes. Strength grows when it is used. Today is the day you celebrate how strong you are and do something to prove it to yourself. Be a rock for others and encourage them too. Strength is not just about brute force, confidence, or showy traits that attract attention. Strength can be humble, even silent and unacknowledged. Strength comes from enduring, carrying on, giving meaning to pain, extracting life lessons from hardships, simply deciding to carry on. You can do that. Look at that. So whatever you're going through, right? Whatever obstacles you're needing to overcome, to get to your creativity, to let go and reclaim your power, you will be able to do that, my friends. All right, Virgo, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help someone else. And don't forget to check out the general reading at the end to see if that story is in alignment with you. All right. Let us move on to Libra. Libra. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, North and South Node. Let's see what is coming up for you, my friends. Libra. Today has been one of those days for me where I've just been a little extra tired. I slept a lot today. A lot. You know, when you sleep a little too much and you get a little migraine, but I'm already feeling tired. Even though I slept a lot. Like, I think it's just my body is just needing that rest. It's been a very busy week for me. Oh, okay, two. Two by accident. You're walking away from deceit. You're walking away from someone that either yourself in terms of how you're looking at the world, or just walking away from a situation that was not for you. You're walking away from experiencing deceit or just being in the energy of other people who were being deceitful. You're walking away from that, which is great, right? You're walking away, you're turning your back and you're saying no. Oh, okay. Imagine. You're being tasked to imagine, right? To tap into the things that you're wanting to create. What are you wanting to manifest? This is your time to tap into your creativity. It's almost like there's a child and they're reaching for the moon. So there could be something around moon energy or just things that you've learned from your past that you're needing to ground. You're needing to ground a lot of your ideas. But yeah, you're walking away from a situation that was not for you. A situation or a person maybe. Person that just wasn't for you. All right, one more, please. Oh, there it is. Psychic development. Your intuition is going to become heightened. You're going to kind of become, you know, the story of the ugly duckling is coming to mind. The feeling like the odd one out, right? Even with psychic developments, like not everybody knows that this world exists, or they kind of deny it, or it's like taboo stuff. Like this world is really taboo stuff, right? So unless you have a lot of eighth house placements, like, you know, where you're meant to talk about like the stuff that no one wants to talk about, there's something about how this has transformed you and how you are going to shine. Like your psychic development is going to develop even more so. Is going to develop even more so. You're stepping into a new chapter of that psychic development. but there's a lot of creative, and that could be why, like, that could be why, like, this is opening up for you, right? This is opening up for you. So if there's a need to kind of, I don't want to say tame it, but know how to use it. How about that? Know how to use it. All right, Libra, let's see. Where have you been? Where have you been, Libra? Where have you been? Where have you been? There's something about boundaries too that you've had to place before. Yeah, where have you been? Clearing out clutter, clearing out self-imposed restrictions, doing shadow work, setting healthy boundaries, healthy habits. Like, that's where you've been. That's where you have been, my friend. Where are you now? Where are you now? Okay, 2 cards. Judgment and the 2 of Swords. You've had to learn how to release control and trust your intuition. Having choice to trust your intuition, right, is releasing control. So there's something like you've had to learn how to look at life from a different perspective through this shadow work, which oftentimes is what happens. But you've learned how to, the devil's also around power and control. So you've learned how to release it. You learned how to look at life in a different way, because this is also transformation. And so you've allowed this transformation to occur. And so you've learned how to tap into your intuition. And now that's kind of what you're leading with is, okay, I'm learning how to not be able to see where I'm going and just allow my heart. Like, she's usually, this card has the 2 swords, like crossing her heart. But if you notice, like, she's starting to lift out of that. And so it's almost like she's having to trust that. Where are you headed? Where are you headed? High Priestess, psychic development, right? Not needing to look at where you're going because you just know where you're going. Success. Success is around you. Success is like the focus, right? You're going to be the center of attention. You're going to be recognized. People are going to see the development of you, what you've overcome, what you've walked away from. And again, like, this could have been not necessarily a person, but it could have been you, the parts of you that you weren't being honest. You finally walked away from that, right? That chapter, and you're like, this whole other chapter is opening up for you. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. That's a story to tell. A story to tell. Let's get the Sacred Traveler Oracle. What do you need to know? It's so great, Libra. There it is. Staying focused. Hold the course, right? There could be a lot of excitement around this, but you still need to stay focused, right? Stay focused on where you're going. Let's see what it says. Staying focused. Be clear about where you are going. Do not compromise. Follow your dreams. You deserve the best. Prioritize your life. Once you decide on a direction, hold the course. Do not veer. Do what's important and release the rest. Place your intent and passion on one thing rather than scattering in many directions, and you will be successful. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know on the path, it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. Do not take any side roads. Stay the course. Keep going no matter what emerges in your path and distracts you. It's easy to get lost and forget where you're headed. Recommit yourself to your destination. What you focus on is what you create, so put your attention on what is worthwhile, beautiful, and inspiring. Refrain from focusing on what's not working. Only focus on the direction you want to go. Look at that. Stay focused with the success on the horizon. Stay focused, my friends. Stay focused. All right, let's get an oracle card for you. These are so pretty. I love these oracle cards. I'm like so excited to go through each one and kind of see what comes out. Oh, okay. Ace of Cups. Oh, look at this. Oh, it looks so sad. It looks so sad. There's like a bell. There's like she's looking at herself. Look at it. There's a mirror there. Let's see what it says. Oh, I'm so excited. What does it say? Ace of Cups usually means new beginnings. Pero vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver lo que dice. Ace of Cups. Aces are new beginnings, and today marks one for you. Something inspiring, heartfelt, and emotive. This new beginning is linked to your heart's highest energy and hope, so potentially a new romance, deep friendship, family reunion, birth, new pet, or creative project or role. Ask for and aspire to birth something into your life that warms your very heart and soul. Fall in love. Today is the day you smile at the world, knowing it will smile back at you. Reach out, connect, introduce yourself, offer help, say hello, make the effort, feel your powers of attracting flowing. There is no age limit or restriction on our ability to forge new relationships and bonds with people all through our lives. We are social animals, so it comes naturally. You can always find new friends, allies, and suitors. You are part of a wider community. She looks sad, but she looks sad. And it's almost like she has to enter this, like, kind of come out of hermit mode. She needs to come out of hermit mode, maybe step into this mirror and find the people that will reflect back to her the new her that has become, right? Sometimes when you do the shadow work, when you're doing, you know, especially if you've been doing this a lot, there's a tendency to go within. There's a tendency to hide out. There's a tendency of like I don't want to talk to anybody, right? I just want to stay focused. But there's something about keeping your heart open and giving yourself permission to be vulnerable again. Giving yourself permission, especially if you've had like deceitful people in your life or just have been heartbroken to a certain degree, right? There's a need to kind of learn how to allow people into your life. And know that you've done enough work that what you're going to focus on, right, you will attract. So focus on the types of relationships that you want to attract into your life. And then you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what comes in. All right, Libra, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. Don't forget to check out the rest of the general reading at the end to see if there is a story there for you. All right, Scorpio. Oh, that was quick. Rest and rejuvenate. Have you been tired, my friend? Have you been tired? There's something about communication also, but you're needing to do some rest. You're needing to focus on you. It's a 10 card, which goes to a 1. Which is all about you, Scorpio. You're needing to rest. Oh, okay. Yin, yes, allow. Allow this time to occur, right? Not to put effort, not to put work, but just allow. It's time to go within, to rest, recover. Maybe you're overcoming some type of challenging experience. You're just needing to allow right now. Allow things to unfold as they are, whatever choices have been made. Allow the aftermath to occur. One more, please, for Scorpio. One more for Scorpio. Oh, there it is. Unlimited possibilities. When you go within, you will realize how much abundance there is in the world. You will realize that you're not limited to anything, only to what you think you're limited to. Use this one. Haven't used this one. Unlimited possibilities. Yeah. Something about the fall. Are those flowers falling? Looks like cherry blossoms too. But there's something about the fall season. Some type of transformation that you're maybe undergoing. Where have you been? Scorpio, where have you been? There it is. You have been the Knight of Wands. You have some new idea or some new passion project. You're walking away from that. So it's possible that this, you know, once lit your life, now doesn't light up your life. Because White Knight is like a very passionate, like all going in all the way. So there's something about like maybe how intense you embrace that chapter, and now you're needing to rest. Where are you now? Where are you now? or maybe you jumped in too quickly to something. Three of Cups, friendships, celebration. So whatever it is that you're doing now, hopefully it is the rest and rejuvenation. There's celebration around that choice. Whatever choice you did make, either that or you jumped in too quickly and you now found yourself in a third-party situation. There's a possibility too, right? And so that's where you are. Where are you headed? But it just could be celebration for a choice that you're now making around rest and rejuvenation. Let's see, where are you going? Oh, 2. Okay, 6 of Cups. So, and the Star, healing. Yes. Some type of soulmate. Some type of soulmate in the past that's going to show you the way. And that's going to help you with some healing. Yeah, I think you jumped in too quickly into some type of third-party situation. Or you jumped in too quickly and now you're needing to rest and rejuvenate, even if it was a third-party situation, or it could be just something where you were doing too much of the action that now you're needing to allow this transformation to occur, allow the possibilities to come into your life, allow this healing work. You're going towards the Star energy, which is hope, healing. So whatever it is that got off balance, that could be why the rest and rejuvenation is there. What are you needing to focus on, Scorpio? What do you need to focus on, Scorpio? Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. There it is, Scorpio. King of Pentacles, your finances, your resources, your time, your energy, the people that you allow in. That's what you're needing to focus on how to navigate that part of your life. All those parts of your life, right? Reflect on the past. You're focusing on your finances, on how to create this next, how to allow, because the King of Pentacles, it's a feminine energy. Well, it's a masculine with feminine qualities. So King of Pentacles, right? You're learning how to allow the transformation to occur. Let's get a Sacred Traveler's deck. There's something about healing that you're headed towards. It could be around rest, and there could be someone that's going to help you with that process. Finding sanctuary. Finding sanctuary, finding peace. Opening up to your spiritual source. Opening up to your spiritual source. Rest. Oh my God, rest, rejuvenate, tune in to your spiritual source. It's in times of retreat and inner sanctuary that you can truly hear the voice of your soul. Go within and find your inner refuge. Be a safe haven for others. Step forward with grace, deliberation, and thoughtfulness. Take moments for reflection. Profound healing of physical and emotional wounds can occur in the stillness of sanctuary. Difficult situations can be averted by taking time to go within. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, sometimes the voyager becomes travel weary, the pack becomes heavy, and the journey becomes lackluster. It's in these moments that the traveler needs to step off the path and find a temple or sanctuary to reassess and renew, and to remember what is truly important in life. This gives perspective and new life strategies. Create a place of beauty in your home or in nature and feels sacred and holy, and spend time there, carefully listening to your inner voice. If you've been pushing too hard or struggling to keep going, this is the time to be still and nurture your internal world. Listen to the voice of spirit. All right. I mean, gosh, can the universe be any louder? Rest, rejuvenation. Find sanctuary. Reevaluate your resources. Reevaluate the people in your life, how you've been managing your energy. Do this healing work for transformation. All right, one card, please. One more to help you navigate this. Let's see. Oh, that one wanted to come out. The Hermit. Oh my gosh. The Hermit. Mira. There's something about you doing this healing work, becoming the Hermit, Scorpio. There's something you're gonna be shy. It's like you're in the shadows right now, but look at these lights. You're in the shadows right now, but I feel like the light is going to come on you. You're going to shine your light. Oh my God, I've never seen the Hermit like that before. It says, The Hermit is a master of humility. The wisest of all for being at peace with understanding that there's much we don't know, and a lot what we do think we know is likely to be warped or plain wrong. There is rarely one singular truth, and admitting that frees you from ideology, dogma, and rigidity. You are a free-flowing entity, ready and eager to learn. Be enlightened, change your mind, evolve, and seek powerful insights. American rapper Nas said, "Read more, learn more, change the globe." Today is the day that you open your mind and see your life and environment as offering a series of lessons. Spot the opportunity to ask a question. Seek a different point of view. Research the background. Make today and every day a series of lessons and learnings that you extract from life and craft within. The Hermit is with you today and whenever you need him. He is your guide to translating external events and happenings into internally grown wisdom, values, opinions, and ideas. Let him help you discern the facts, see the root causes, extract a universal truth. We become wise when we look further, broader, and deeper. Wow. Look at that. All from going within. You need to go within. All right, Scorpio. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the general reading at the end for all you folks to see if there's a message in there for you. All right. All right, continuing with Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Don't forget to check out the general reading at the end. Let's get started. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what is in store for you. Oh, you get Angel of Balance. You are trying to find your balance, or you're staying balanced. Look at that. There could be something with your throat chakra as well in regards to communication. There's a lot of light blue there. So whenever I see that color, it just reminds me of communication. And Sag, you're the opposite sign of Gemini. So you are great about communication, especially when it comes to the truth. You're learning how to embrace the truth, or balancing the truth, or making sure that the truth continues to stay honored. Just looking at something on their sleeves. But yeah, there's something about just staying balanced. There's the 3 pyramids in the back. 3 always makes me feel, okay, you get 2 cards. Trying to stay balanced. There's you're being called to something bigger, something greater than you, but there's something that hasn't quite finished. There's a never-ending story. It's almost like you're in a loop of something, but you're being called to opening your third eye. So there could be something that you're needing to close out. Never-ending story, it says. There's something that you're needing to close out. Something where you're needing to focus on you. 3 + 7 is 10. So that's a 1 card, which means you need to focus on you and your stability. So there's something around that you're being called to do, Sag, if you haven't already embraced that. Let's get 1 more oracle card for you. Yeah, so kind of look around the different parts of your life. See what is off balance, or something that keeps repeating, where it just doesn't feel like you're able to maybe set yourself free from that. And then focus on your joy. Focus on your joy if you haven't done so already. Yeah, Sag, we're gonna use this one for you, Sag. There's something about boundaries. There's something about boundaries and communication, because this is also like, it's similar blues are being highlighted. So it's about how you're communicating boundaries, how you're communicating the things that bring you joy, or are you focusing on things that just doesn't, issues that don't seem to have like an ending. Like here we go again. Where are you walking? Oh, where are you walking away from? You're walking away from something where maybe the attention was on you. People were watching you, focusing on you. Maybe you were reaching the top of some type of hill. Look, this person has reached the top of some cliff. And there's other people around you. Sag, I remember, why you? I don't know. You've reached the top. I remember that one. I'll never forget it. You reached the top of the mountain. I remember we talked about coming down from the mountain and then coming back up. Like it's just like this never-ending loop. So it's almost like you're walking away from that phase of your life of having been on top of some type of hill that you've reached, this mountain top. Where are you going now? And maybe it's the frustration around that. It's like this, the frustration around the highs and the lows, right? A success and then coming back down to the bottom and starting all over again, or starting something new, or learning something new. But let's see where you are right now. 5 of Swords. Yeah, there's 5 of Swords is conflict. 5 of Swords could potentially be manipulation. It could just be like having the upper hand over other people around you. And it's almost like, okay, I was successful. I came down from the hill. Now I'm with other people, closer to the other people. Look at the cape. The cape is the same, or the shawl. It's like similar, right? Like I have knowledge, I have wisdom. This is giving me Hierophant vibes, where it's like I'm gonna teach them, but they're usually facing the other direction. So it's almost like it's the behind the scenes of the Hierophant. Because we're seeing the back of the Hierophant. Like usually the Hierophant, we're seeing the front of the Hierophant teaching to other people, but here it's like we're seeing the backside. We're seeing the backside. So there's something about not being transparent, or not showing the front, not turning around, the need to turn around. Yeah, it's so wild. It's like the backside. So what does that mean? Like the backside of teachings, the backside of the systems, because Hierophant is also a Taurus energy. So it's like the systems that we follow, the rules that we follow. So kind of seeing behind the scenes. It's kind of seeing like, okay, what does this role really mean? What is this system really like? Like you're getting a big an awareness of how things are really operating behind the scenes. And that could be why it's like, we got to balance stuff out. You have this greater awareness, you're tapped into higher power. And you could be noticing certain cycles, maybe not in your life, but like, I mean, it's part of your life because you're interconnected with everything. But there's something about like cycles that are being repeated, and you're seeing the behind the scenes stuff of that. Where are you headed? 10 of Pentacles, finances. 6 of Pentacles, balance. 6 of Pentacles is reciprocity, balance. So you're going to be successful. You're headed towards success. You're headed towards something much more balanced, this integrative give and take. And I think it has to do with the information that you're getting from how the systems are operating behind the scenes. So it could be just this never-ending loop of like, oh, there's continued misalignment or lack of balance in these systems of the world. And so you're headed towards something much more joyful, much more peaceful, much more balanced. But you're still in the middle of like the behind the scenes repetitive cycles that are coming to your awareness. And there could just be frustration around it. There could just be, because it's possible you're getting caught up in that loop. And so there's a need for you to step back, look at your stability, look at yourself, that you don't get caught up in these behind the scenes cycles, right? Because you've reached the top. You've been the hermit. You've been the hermit. But now you're back down on earth, right? You're sharing your knowledge with the people, but there's something about the behind the scenes work that is being highlighted for you. Just don't get caught up in the drama. That's why it's like joy. Stay focused in the joy, right? From whatever is being shown to you. Oh, I forgot what do you need to focus on? what do you, King of Wands. Leo energy, right? Fire sign. Fire sign. Like, stay focused on how you are leading, how you are communicating, how you are, yeah, how you're leading people, right? The King of Wands is tapped into their heart, the high vibration of it anyway. So they know how to keep things light, but also when to be serious, right? So there's something about finding joy, leading with joy, staying balanced, continuing to step up into higher power, not get caught up in the loops of society, because you have a new advantage of how you're looking at things, and still being able to lead with confidence. First light, beginning a new cycle. Yes, you're beginning a new cycle, right? This is you beginning a new cycle with teaching. There's seasons. The seasons are there. Let's see, first light. A new day has begun in your life. You are at the beginning of a new cycle. It's time to release the old and start again. Wipe the slate clean. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, situations, or relationships that no longer empower you, it's now time to set your sights on the future and let go of the past. The sacred traveler wants you to know. The traveler faces east towards the sunrise and affirms that a new day and a new cycle have begun. New beginnings are often fraught with the unknown, yet the sacred traveler has observed on the extended journey that life goes in a cycle. In the cycle of life, the plants die in the autumn so that there can be new birth in the spring. The sun rises and the sun sets. It's the universal dance of death and rebirth. There's a time to end and begin. In your life, it's the close of one cycle and the beginning of another. Face fear about the unknown and be willing to begin anew. You will succeed, right? You will succeed. So this could be, again, this never-ending cycle that you've been aware of. And just remember that whatever is being highlighted to you, there's going to be an ending of that too, right? Stay in your joy. Stay focused on that. Let's get one of these for you. Stay balanced. Oh, there we go. What is this one? The star. Oh. Now, see, look. We talked about the Hierophant. We talked about the threes. Look at this star. It's facing forward now, right? There's the two people behind and the person in the front. That's healing energy. So you are a healer. This could be you being the healer. Let's see. That's so wild. It's the behind. I'm like, this feels like the behind the scenes stuff. And now we're looking at it from the forward. The star sprinkles fairy dust and magic all over you and your realm today, specifically bringing you a cosmic wish pass from the universe, which you can exchange for your heart's desires. Truly, make a dream come true for yourself. Gift yourself what you most want. Have faith in your vision. Imagine it being real and make overt, positive steps in its direction. Good fortune and opportunity will swiftly follow. Today is the day you breathe life and hope into a long-held dream or desire. Manifest, make a wish, reach out. The higher you aim, the better the outcome. If you don't feel inspired, then go outside and look up to the sky, day or night. Let your mind roam, see shapes and symbols in clouds and star patterns. Let the cosmos bring you a magical idea today. Look up. Don't discount or disregard your daydreams. Believe in them. They are unique and personal to you, serving as a kind of blueprint to show you what's possible, what's just right for you. Isn't that amazing? I love it. That's just so funny. I'm like, look, it's like behind the scenes, and it's the forward. Love it. Sag, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else, and don't forget to check out the final reading to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Make sure you are checking out all of those signs, important placements, or all of them to, you know, learn a little bit more about what could potentially be activating that part of your life. All right, Cappies, let's begin for you. Oh, that was quick. Yin and yang, balance, right? Take action and then allow. Take action and then allow. Stay balanced. The dualities of life. There's purpose in all of that. We need the yang as much as we need the yang. It's about balance. There's something about staying balanced for your stability. It's a 22 card, so 2 plus 2 is 4, which is all about your stability, right? When to rest, when to take action. You get 2. You get unfinished symphony. There's a cycle that has, it could be still repeating, right, with maybe a soulmate of some sorts. But there's something about community, tapping into community or finding your tribe, so that you can do the work that you're needing to do. Maybe the unfinished symphony is the work that you haven't yet tapped into and or finished. So it's like, okay, it's going to either repeat, or there's something that needs to come to some type of completion. It's a 1 card, and then it's 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Unfinished symphony. There's something about like needing your tribe to help you finish something. There's tapping into the people around you to help you finish something. It's going to help you heal. There's something about healing as well, healing energy. So whatever you're going through right now is going to help you heal. It's going to help you, do I want to use this one? Yeah, let's use this one. There's something about, yeah, using your tribe to help you finish something, or to help you stay balanced so that you're not overworking, you're not wasting time, because it's the opposite of overworking, right? Is wasting time. It's going to be healing. Working in community is going to be healing for you. You don't have to do it alone. What are you walking away from, Capricorn? What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from? Right. Oh, 2 cards. You're walking away from being guarded with your heart, 4 of coins, and then 7 of coins. Walking away from some challenging situation around finances. So this is work related. There's something around your heart that you've been guarded, or been guarding your finances, your resources. 7 of Pentacles is usually like where you're planting the seeds for something, but there's something here about either conflict. There could have been some type of conflict or intensity. This also could be shadow work, the fire being lit of your shadow, someone mirroring back to you something, and it's giving you ideas. It's giving you ideas, seeds to plant. So that's where you've been. You've been worried about your finances or your resources, or just your heart, being guarded, and then being ignited, whether it was because of a conflict or because of ideas or because of a shadow work that you've been doing, and so you've been in protective mode. 7 of Swords. Where are you now? Let's see. Okay, where are you now? Page of Wands. Yeah, this passionate new idea that came from either a conflict or the shadow work within you, you're now running with it. You're taking it, you're starting to ground it, right? Page of Wands is like, I have this new idea, I'm going towards it, I'm staying focused, and you're headed towards the Knight. 6 of Wands, success. Knight of Coins, taking your time. You're going to be successful if you take your time, Capricorn, which again, you're Capricorn, you're Earth sign. You're either learning how to take your time with something and not rush, because Page of Wands is fire energy. So you're learning how to take your time. That's how you're going to be successful, is by taking your time. What do you need to focus on? So taking your time, embracing community, staying balanced, right? That's what's going to help you transition from an unfinished symphony into this new thing. What do you need to focus on, Capricorn? There it is. 2 cards again. Goodness. Ending a cycle. Yeah. Wherever you've been, you're ending a cycle. And you're trying to figure out, what do I do next? 2 of Swords is like having to make a decision. around an ending of a cycle. This is the unfinished symphony, right? This is the unfinished symphony. I think it's going to depend on what steps you take next. But the advice is to focus on community, asking for help, that you're not alone in this process. But you're also having an awareness of what you want to do. It's just a matter of taking the step towards it. It's just a matter of taking a step towards it. So let's get some oracle cards for you. The unfinished symphony is possibly now coming to an end, depending on the choices that you're making. But it looks like you're taking your time with it. Taking your time, right? Knight of Coins. Take your time with this. Oh, that was quick. Joy and delight. Open your heart to new joy. Remember, we're walking away from you being guarded. Guarding your heart. Open your heart to new joy. So that could be a part of that, like a way to, because Two of Swords, look, she's also guarded. She's still covering her heart because of this past cycle. So this could be where you're still focused. You're focused on, I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to get hurt. So I'm going to keep my heart closed, but then you miss out on other opportunities. Joy and delight. You do not need to suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds through joy. True happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Do what gives you joy. Celebrate and have fun. Stop and embrace life, yourself, and others. Say yes. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. Your purpose in life is to experience joy. Allow joy and ecstasy to flow through you wildly and freely. Share your love. Happiness spreads to others like wildflower and can help heal the world. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know that it's not just about reaching the destination. It's about the joy on the journey. The traveler stops periodically to savor the simple pleasures of the voyage. If you don't follow your bliss now, when will you? If you've been waiting until circumstances are different before you experience true happiness, you may have a long wait. It's simple. When you focus on the areas of your life that bring you joy, these areas will prosper. One of the greatest paths to happiness is through sharing and giving. So give of your heart and follow your bliss. Joy is your spiritual birthright. So there you go. Let's pick out another helper card. It's a new oracle card that I'm doing. Let's see. Cappies. What comes out for you? Joy and delight. Stay in your joy. Who else had joy and delight? Someone else had joy and delight. You get 2 cards. Ooh. 4 of Swords. Healing. Oh, wow. Look at this one. Healing and Page of Coins. Learning something new. Learning something new. So you're this could be a period of time to heal this ending, right? And then learn something new. 4 of Swords. 3 and 4. Here it is. 4 of Swords. I think of this card as a message to rest. Much has already been completed and overcome. Before taking on anything else, seek deep rest and rejuvenation. You are being advised to enter a temporary tomb-like, dark and quiet place, cut off from the living world, and let life continue outside. Withdraw from your realm and seek the solitude of your inner tomb. Lie down, rest, and replenish. Today is the day that you retreat from any and all battles, squalls, challenges, and difficulties. Take a time out. Whatever happens in your life, no one can enter or intrude upon your own mind. This is your personal sanctuary, so treat it with reverence and deep protective instincts. Nurture your inner world, and you can always find safety and peace. And then you have the Page of Coins. You are on a quest for wisdom and knowledge, about to enter a phase of learning potentially geared towards your career pathway, but maybe for personal development or even just for fun. The Page of Coins is a perennial student. There's always something new to learn, observe, pick up, or use. What we put into our brain and skill set is rarely wasted. Everything is stimulus. Everything has value. Seek to learn so you can progress in life. Today is the day you research and consider what skills, talents, or practices would be useful to you in the future and how you can acquire them. Adopting the perspective that life is a learning curve, a process of trial and error, a series of lessons can help to alleviate the pressure and appetite for perfection or always being right first time. Simply live and learn. Follow your interests, appreciating every experience as valuable. Look at that. That's part of this healing energy. So there could be, remember I mentioned staying balanced, making sure you're not overworking yourself, staying in your joy and your delight. All of that is balance, right? Going into solitude, but also embracing community, right? For some, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do the healing work alone. Sometimes it's needed to rest away from other people, but there's people around you that have done this work that can help you along the way. It's just a matter of reaching out for help, right? That's how you can set yourself free. But all right, Capricorn, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. Don't forget to check out the final reading just in case there's a message in there for you. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. So let's see what comes out for you. Oh, there we go. Blossoming abundance. Look at that. Blossoming abundance. So learning that abundance is all around you, right? Once you integrate that, once you are aware of that, it starts showing up. Fork in the road. What decision are you needing to make? Is there a decision that you're needing to make? Maybe it's about what decision to go into. You're wanting abundance, so how are you going to achieve it? You're going from a 3 to a 4, so it is about work. It's about your finances. It's about, career. Something about your stability, right? Reunion of souls. It could be around who you bring home, right? Reunion of souls. So there could be someone that's coming back, or a connection of some sorts that you're needing to decide on. Maybe you're needing to figure out, like, is this the one for me? Is this person who's going to help me with my abundance? Or is this person going to, who was it? I'm thinking of the Harmozis, Layla and Alex. And I remember that they talked about how they looked at marriage, the way they dated and the way they decided to get together. They had a breakup before. When Alex, I think, was tapped out or just overworked, he couldn't give to the relationship, and Layla comes in and was just like, should we break up? And he was just like, yeah, because I'm falling short. But then he realized, he went to therapy, and he realized that she actually made his life better. Like she inspired him to be a better person, right? And so that's how he knew that this person was for me. So there's could be some type of awareness around this new person in your life that's coming in, whether it's a past life soulmate or just someone new, and you're trying to figure out, like, is this person going to help me, like inspire me to want more, to be more? Let's see, where have you been, Aquarius? You've been having to defend your position. There's been some chaos maybe, or conflict around you. It could be in past relationships, but if you have felt like you've needed to defend you, like right now, Lovers. So you could be focusing on a relationship that you're in and needing to make a decision. Maybe someone new has come into your life. Maybe there's a third party situation, because there's threes here, right? You could be having to make a decision about some type of connection, or this could just be a decision about union of self. Where are you headed? The Emperor, Aries energy, embracing your confidence. Just be careful, because a little too much of the Emperor energy, Aries energy, the Emperor without the Empress can be a little all about me, to the point of narcissism. So just be careful how you embrace the Emperor energy. What do you need to focus on? The Magician, right? What you're manifesting. Pay attention to what you're manifesting. This is Gemini energy. So, and again, Gemini energy here, you could have strong Gemini or air in your chart or fire in your chart. Wow, these are like major arcanas, the Magician, the Lovers, the Emperor. Like there's something about how you are leveling up. There's something about how you're manifesting. The fork in the road is like, what is it that you're wanting, right? What kind of connections are you wanting? What kind of abundance are you wanting? What kind of status almost? I don't know why status is coming up, but like this person is on top of that rock. So there's something about like, you had to defend. I don't know if you had to defend this connection, Aquarius. Maybe you've had to defend this connection. Maybe other people weren't in agreement to this connection or weren't in agreement with a third-party situation. There's something about what you've manifested and other people's perception of it. And it's almost like you're now, maybe you were too worried about what they were thinking and you're headed towards something where you're like, I don't care what they think. I'm going to choose what's right for me. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Let's see what this one says. You stand in the light of truth. Discover truth. Listen to the wisdom that arises from your soul, even if those around you don't agree. Trust your instincts. Be yourself, whatever the situation, and respond from the authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Walk your talk. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. The sacred traveler wants you to know, if you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of your heart and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic or where you're not in integrity with your values, this is the time to make some changes. There you go. So there's that oracle card. Let's pick out one of the newer cards and see what energy to embrace as you're figuring this out. There it is, 3 of Wands. Gosh, a lot of threes. Again, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is taking that step. Oh, look at how bonito. How bonito. I haven't seen this one. Look at that. 3 of Wands. That's so pretty. 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands says, life is nothing if not unpredictable. We can go along in our routine thinking everything will remain as is, and then boom, it all changes just like that. This card visits you to help you start practicing for those moments, to nudge you towards living life in a more open-hearted, more experimental, freewheeling way, losing your need to control things and see what unfolds. Today is the day you step out of your comfort zone and see what the universe wants to teach you. Be spontaneous, follow your instincts, notice omens and coincidences, take on a challenge, step off the beaten track. Everything you do builds valuable experience, and if nothing else, enhances your wisdom and awareness. And in the pursuit of your goals, you have to embrace the chance of failure, of leaping into the unknown, of not being right first time. It's okay. Get comfortable with experimentation. Look at that. All right, Aquarius. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading, the general reading at the end, to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Pisces. Pisces, my friends. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Let's see what comes out for you, Pisces. 3 more and then we do the general reading. Oh, you've had a broken heart. You've been sad. You've been trying to heal a heartbreak of some kind. You've been trying to heal something, Pisces. You've been sad. You've been sad. Let's see. What happened, Pisces? There it is. Building blocks. You're having to start all over. There's something about needing to find your building blocks. What are you wanting to build? You're also rebuilding yourself. So not only are you building the foundation, but it's part of you focusing on you. It's a 28 card. So that's 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, which makes sense, right? Look, this is a 9 card. And then it goes to 1. So it's about you. Look, there's building blocks around her. So there's something about you rebuilding yourself and your foundation. Let's get one more oracle card. You're having to rebuild. I mean, after heartbreaks, that's often what we do. We go within, we figure out like what happened. I don't know if the heartbreak was at work or in a relationship or something about you and how you present yourself to the world, because the building blocks are on this person's dress. So our clothing is often our presentation, like how we show up to other people, right? The outer exterior. So there could be like a deconstructing of that so that you can build something a little more authentic, something more aligned with you, Pisces. One more. Oh, okay, you're getting 2 more. Forgiveness and ancient wisdom. Yeah, so in order to heal, right, there's a need for forgiveness of yourself and other people, and using the wisdom from the past. So there's something about cycles or layers that you've experienced. I wanted to use this one, the new one. So tapping into ancient wisdom, you're a holder of a lot of information, and now it's just a matter of integrating that. So when there's ever a heartbreak, or, you know, clearly forgiveness is important, right? Because there's duality. There's the sun and the moon here. So there's something about duality. Oftentimes when there's heartbreaks, there's somebody else that's mirroring to us something about us that is needing our attention. And that could be the opposite of what's being mirrored. But there's just something about healing. It's evoking healing. Okay, you're ending a cycle. They're ending some type of cycle that affected your confidence. You're the World and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands knows how to be confident, like knows how to stand out, knows how to be okay being the odd one out. So there's something about a portal that you're ending or going through that's going to help you feel more authentic to you in front of other people, to where you don't care what other people think. You're reclaiming your confidence in that way, but an ending had to occur in order for this to happen. Where are you right now? Healing. 4 of Swords, which makes sense, right? 4 of Swords, you're healing all of these experiences. You're taking the time to rest, to go within, connect to nature. Where are you going? Where are you headed? You are headed learning something new. Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. It could be a new commitment, but usually it's a new opportunity of you taking something new and being like, I'm curious about this. It's going to lead you down a new path. And it's something spiritual, something that the universe has been wanting to hand you. And now it's an opportunity for you to take hold of it. It looks like there's a storm around it, but I think the storm is going to, like, how you navigate. You're going to learn how to navigate the storm. What do you need to focus on? There's something open, there's something freeing. Usually the Ace of Pentacles, there's like a bridge, or not a bridge, a door that you have to go through, but this feels more open. This feels more freeing. So whatever you're going to learn is going to it's going to be more freeing for you, more liberating, more open. Page of Cups. Keep your heart open. Page of Cups is like a new beginning in love. But it's almost like don't just allow anybody into your cup. He's just looking. He's like I thought I caught it, and the fish slipped out. So there's something about being careful with who you let inside your cup, because when you least expect it, they could slip out. So there's something about that. Like that could be what like you're thinking about, you're healing from. Maybe this broken heart came from maybe moving too fast, or some type of like unexpected. It feels unexpected. Like, look at this guy's face. Like there's something that was unexpected, an unexpected like turn. What is it? ¿Cómo se dice? Plot twist. An unexpected plot twist, but it was intentional because it's leading you down a healing path, which what you're needing. Let's get an oracle card for you, or 2 oracle cards rather. You're ending a cycle that affected your confidence, that affected your even the Queen of Wands, like it's light-hearted energy. So it's you're entering a portal, or you're ending a portal that impacted that. Something that used to be maybe passion, and that's why now you're healing. And that could have been like with a person, or could have been a work situation. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Like there's like even a sword there for protection. Like it gives healing vibes too. Element OP. Here we go. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. You are blessed. Immense blessings from above are showering over your life. The angelic realm is only a thought away. Angelic intervention is available to you at all times. Simply be open and you will feel their presence. This is the time to spread your wings and soar. You are so protected and so safe. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know that sometimes it might seem that you can't see the road ahead, but you have faith that by your side are shimmering angels supporting and guiding you in unseen ways. Watch for their signs, especially in the form of feathers. There is a sacred plan for your life. Your life is guided. The angelic message is that you are going in the right direction and everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. When you receive this card, it can also mean that you are on an angelic healing force for others, because the light within you is so bright. So there's that information. You could be headed towards becoming a healer. Maybe that's what you're needing to learn, right? Ace of Pentacles is learning something new. Actually, it's Page of Pentacles that is learning something new. But Ace of Pentacles, I don't know why I thought it was Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new idea, a new opportunity. It's still an opportunity from the universe, right? You just have to take it. But I still feel you've got to learn something new, right? It's a new opportunity. You've got to learn something new with it. All right, let's get one of these. Oh, there it is. King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces. Whoa. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Look at the intensity of this person's. Oof, oof. Look how this person's looking. Have you ever had someone like just really look at you intensely? I have. It's intense. It's intense. Like a good intensity. King of Cups energy. So let's see what that says. You could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your, or Leo, fire sign of some sorts in your chart. King of Cups. Da-da-da-da. That's Queen, King. Oh no, that's Swords. Here we go. King of Cups is emotional intelligence, the ability to manage your own emotions and understand the emotions of others, with 5 key elements: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. The King of Cups blesses you on your own pathway towards supreme emotional intelligence. You are wiser than you ever were. You are experienced, shrewd, worldly, compassionate, and kind to others. You are a bright light. Today is the day that you put yourself at the service of others because you have so much to offer. It could be something as small as paying a compliment or as large as taking on a coaching role. Seek your place that feels right for the present moment. We so often feel immediately better when we remove the spotlight from ourselves and help to shine it on someone else. Uplifting, encouraging, supporting, training, coaching, advising, or assisting them to reach their full potential. Feel good by lifting up others. So that could be your calling, right? That could be what you're learning how to do, is embracing all 4 of those characteristics, right? Self-awareness, social skills, empathy. Was it on communication, I think? Yubi, were you paying attention? Reminded you get all 4. Sorry, it's a little late for me. But yeah, so that could be where you're being called to this next chapter in your life. So, you know, explore that and see, have you been focusing, you know, well, I mean, right now there's a need for you to focus on you, right? In terms of the healing journey. But that portal that you ended, that ending, right? That impacted your confidence. There could be something around that. Like maybe you needed to not put yourself in the limelight, and maybe it's more of you putting other people there. So there's that opportunity. All right, Pisces, that was for you. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And make sure you check out the final general reading, where I will share a reading, share the meditation, and see if it aligns with you. All right, Aries, moving on to Aries. Oh, that was quick. Aries, 4th chakra, your heart chakra, opening up, right? Heart chakra, Aries. There's your heart that's being activated. Your heart is being activated. It's a 22 card, 38. 8 plus 3 is 8, 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's about you and your higher self. Observer, right? Paying attention, looking at the universe, kind of wondering and pondering, like, what's out there for me? What do I need to know with my heart chakra being open? Like, what do I need to know? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 plus 1 is 5. Whatever you're taking in, you're learning, it's going to change you. Oh, message in a bottle. The message is coming from inside the house. You could have water sign, because there's a lot of water. There's a lot of emotion here. There's heart chakra, message in a bottle. Why did I pull out 2? I don't know. But I did. So you get an extra one. There's something about what you're learning and how, like, the message that's coming in, but I think you forget that the message is inside the house. Meaning you don't have to look outside of you. You have the answers within you. And it's just about learning how to tap in. So there's something about that. Message in a bottle, observing, like it's like you're looking outside of you for the answers. You could be looking at other people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because other people are a reflection of you. But just don't get too caught up on what other people say, and learn how to decode the messages that are coming within you, that have always been within you. They've always been look, it's like mira. It's like this person is like looking out, and then finally it's like, no, I'm gonna hold it in and go within. I didn't see that until right now. That's so cute. So yeah, stop looking outside of you. Get what you need, but then go within. Perception. It's all about your perception. The yin and the yang again. So it's staying balanced. It's let's use this one for you. It's staying balanced. It's about knowing when to take action, knowing when to say something, and then knowing when to pull back, right? And knowing that if life is all about perception. So what does that mean? That means there's many truths. That means there's many ways of looking at something. There's many ways of feeling something. There's many ways of interpreting messages, right? There isn't just one truth. There's many truths. Where have you been, Aries? Judgment. You've been asked to enter the death and rebirth process, to transform. You've been asked, and that's where you've been transforming. You've had to learn how to release control, how to allow change to unfold. Where are you right now? You are in disappointment mode. Four of Cups is disappointment. Disappointed with the past relationships, not realizing that it's a gift, that the universe is trying to give you a gift if you were to just turn around and look. So there's been some disappointment that you're just too focused on. You're focused on the past. Where are you headed? Oh, more disappointment. So devil work, shadow work. Looking at you're being asked, you're headed toward, and that could be the heart chakra opening, right? Like the heart chakra opening, balancing things out, needing to discern the information that's coming out from outside and what you're taking in. That's part of the shadow work. That's the devil. That's the saying, hey, what are you feeling tied? Right? It's all about your perception. Like, look, he's not really holding on to this person. His hands are open. Like this person could set themselves free. It's all about their perception. So there's something that you're learning about power and control and the limiting beliefs that maybe have held you back. And there could be, again, disappointment around, I mean, you're going from the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups. So Four of Cups is not seeing an opportunity, they're being bored over a situation. And then the Five of Cups is crying, not over spilled milk, but just grieving. You're grieving over the things that just didn't turn out. But again, there's this opportunity behind her, but she's stuck in a hole of like every bad relationship, every bad emotional experience. But there's something behind her. If she were just to turn around and look, and it's all her perception, like not everything is lost. She needs to turn around and see. Oh, what you need to tap into, the sun, right? Leo energy, the joy, the lightness, it's all about perception, right? But this could be part of that shadow work of like being exposed, right? Being exposed, seeing the things that like were hurtful, that were painful, because you're giving yourself permission to actually do this transformative work of dying and rebirthing, right? In a theoretical way, right? In a symbolic way. So you're headed towards more transformation. You're headed towards more healing, and learning that it's all about perception, right? How you discern the information. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Stepping into power. This is going to help you reclaim your power. And it's going to seem scary. It's going to be something you do, but you are strong beyond measure. It says, take back your power. Stand in your own light. Even if your burden seems heavy, it makes you stronger. If you've been standing on the sidelines or SAT word, acquiescing, I think I said it right, acquiescing to the needs of others, this card is letting you know it's time to stand up for yourself. The challenges you faced are making you stronger. You no longer need to live your life for others. Yet, if you choose, your light can illuminate the path for those who walk beside you. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know the greatest power is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show or a force. It just is. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's time to reclaim it. If you're afraid of standing in your truth because you are afraid of being judged, shunned, or rejected, it's time to let go of your hesitation. If you've been carrying responsibilities for others, you're stronger for it. However, it's time to decide to either let them go or continue forward with them, but on your terms. You have a remarkable inner spiritual power that is born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. Let's get one more oracle card for you, Aries. Look at that. Stepping into your power. Stepping into your power. All right. One more, please, for Aries. There it is. Queen of Swords. Look at this. Learning to discern your truth. Wow. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords represents the place inside you that is uniquely yours, where intellect meets intuition, where knowledge is backed by experience, where insight marries up with instinct. Each of us has different sweet spots depending on our mind, background, lifestyle, and interests. Recognize yours. Trust your instincts when they match up with good sense. Follow your own internal sat nav. I don't know what that means. Sanav, maybe? Because it's tuned to you alone and knows exactly where you need to go. Today is the day that you back yourself. Stop listening to or bowing down to other people's opinion about who you are and what you should be doing. Trust you know best. That's so funny. It's the same thing. You are maturing, developing, settling into your life experience and subsequent values and knowledge. This is true personal power. Embrace it, encourage it, use it, and actively develop it. Look at that. Double message. Meaning the same thing. That means there's something there for you. Look at that, Aries. That was for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the final reading, the general reading, to see if there's something in there for you. All right, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node, South Node. Don't forget to check out the message at the end to see if there's something in there for you. All right. Taurus, let's see what comes out for you, my friends. Taurus, Taurus. Oh, there it is. There's one. You get man holding coin. It's about your finances. It's about your finances, right? Taurus, you could be entering a period of finances, learning how to build something for yourself maybe, or someone's going to come in and help you do that. It could be you though. I feel like it's you learning how to do it on your own, right? How to hold your own coin, how to build your own coin, how to manifest your own finances. Let's see. Come to the edge. Yes, you're needing to do something a little different. I know it's a little scary because you're an earth sign, but you're being asked to come to the edge of something. Come to the edge maybe of a cycle, or come to the edge and doing something out of the norm. Something that's a little more freeing, a little more unorthodox maybe. But there's something about embracing the edge, embracing like not to fear the edge, right? If you're afraid of heights, don't be afraid of the heights. Like there's something about like it's okay to release control. It's okay to trust in that process. What else do you need to know? Transformation. You're going through some transformation around your finances. You're going through some type of transformation that's going to help you get to that next thing. I feel like you're just starting on that journey. Taurus, look, hasta acá estás, mira. Right here in the corner. You're right there, Taurus. You're right there in the corner. Where have you been, Taurus? Where have you been? It's about stability because it's transformation is a 22 card. 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah. You're needing to transform something around your finances. Where have you been? 3 of Wands. You've been taking the first step, right? 3 of Wands is like you actually taking the first step, allowing those downloads to come in. But now you're like, okay, what do I do with all this information? Where are you now? Taurus, where are you now? You've taken those first steps. You're allowing the downpour to come in. Where are you? Okay, you have two cards. The Magician, 7 of Swords. Oof, oof, oof. Be careful. This isn't the best combination. This is being sneaky, manifesting in a sneaky way. Are you manifesting in a sneaky way? Trying not to be transparent about what you're wanting to create, maybe. There could be, or maybe this is like a Gemini, because Magician is Gemini energy. But the Seven of Swords and the Magician usually isn't like a great combination. So there's something about you needing to I mean, are you deceiving yourself? Are you deceiving yourself around like how you're going to do the finances or how you're going to transform? Because the Magician is transformation, the potential of transformation. So either you're deceiving yourself or you're deceiving someone else. Yeah. What are you headed towards? Let's see. What are you headed towards? I mean, it could be you're deceiving yourself that you can't come to the edge. Like, I can't do this on my own. That's also deceiving. Like, I don't have the ability to manifest. I don't have the resources, even though you do. So there's something negating your ability to manifest. It could be your self-doubt, right? What the stories you're telling yourself, or just how you're manifesting. You're headed towards Three of Cups. So, it's Three of Cups is celebration. It's finding your tribe. So there's something about change and transformation of the people around you that you're headed towards. But right now you're in the middle of either trying to convince yourself of something, or you're being sneaky with someone else. I mean, you've already taken steps towards it. Temperance. This is internal transfer. This is part of the transformation. This is part of your transformation. The person that you were in and the person that you're becoming. So this is you transforming this part of yourself. And it's like the light and the dark, right? You're in the process of alchemy, behind the scenes alchemy, right? That could be this deceit aspect. The Magician is out forward alchemy, but there's the deceit. So it could just be the shadow aspect of it, or you actually deceiving yourself around what your potential is. But that's what's transforming. You're transforming your potential to your ability to manifest, because it seems like you have the ability to manifest great things. Opportunities for growth are going to come around the corner, because that's going to be instrumental to your transformation. But yeah, right now there's just this transformation around your perception of what you can and cannot do. It's almost like you're lying to yourself. And it could be like all the downloads that you opened up and allowed in, you're just like, really? Like, really? Like, can I really trust that? So I feel like that's the part that's transforming. Like, you don't believe it. You don't believe it. And, you know, you're an earth sign. It's more of like, I need to see it, right? To experience it for it to be true. So there's something about that you're learning how to do. Because even the Magician is potential energy. So it's like, I don't see it. I'm creating it. You get two cards. Wondrous universe. You're having an awareness that there's something bigger beyond you. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. So there's definite expansion that's coming around. Why do you get two? Why do you get two? Wondrous universe. You live in a beautiful and wondrous universe. You are a beautiful being. The time to see and cherish the wonders of life wherever you go. It transforms your life. There is remarkable beauty within you. Simply acknowledging it allows it to surface even more. The time you take to create beauty in your home will manifest in your life. In native traditions, walking in beauty means to honor all the natural cycles of life and to experience a sacred communion with the Creator in all things, including yourself. The sacred traveler wants you to know that there's always beauty around you and within you. The sacred traveler constantly looks for and embraces the majestic, wondrous universe in all forms. You can hear it in the song of an early morning bird. You can smell it in the aroma of freshly baked bread. And you can see it in the way the clouds float across the sky. The more you seek beauty, the more it will find you, and the more you will find yourself in a beautiful world. Then you have Gates of Triumph. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving in a state of mind, accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. The sacred traveler wants you to know, arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreath of flowers are placed around the sacred traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler. The village elders know that challenges faced and overcome are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you've learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. Look at that. You have those two. Now let's get one more. Like 2 wasn't enough for you, but 2 needed to come out for whatever reason, Taurus. And it could be because that internal dialogue, right? Your perception is really, really strong. Let's get one of these for you and see what it says. And then we will head into the general reading. Okay, here we go. Page of Swords. Wow. Page of Swords. These are so beautiful. They're so not your traditional tarot cards. I like that they're more of Page of Swords. Or, yeah. Let's see. Cultivate mental curiosity and life will always be stimulating. Your mind is your constant companion. Why wouldn't you take good care of it and feed it well? Curate a healthy, positive, interesting, varied, and exciting mental diet. Ask questions, find the answers, set up research themes, learn new topics or skills, broaden your understanding of the world and all that's in it, and you will never be bored or lonely. Today is the day that you create a new mental diet for yourself. Decide what you're going to get into and read, learn, try, research, query, and fathom out in the coming week. Start getting curious, sir. No one can enter your mind space without your permission. This is the one place in life where you have total domain over, and you alone are the gatekeeper of what you think. Look at that. Wow. Taurus, that's for you, my friends. Hit the like button if that made sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And don't forget to check out the general reading, which is going to start now. Okay, time for the general reading. When I was meditating, I saw a few things and heard a few things. So the first thing that I heard were the words, is the lip ever going to stop? So clearly lip, right, is mouth. So it's about conflict, communication. There could be some stress or frustration around some ongoing argument or just stressors in general, and not being able to confront it, or just getting caught up in some type of loop around it, overstimulation, or just this ongoing stress that just won't settle down. So you could be experiencing all of that. Then I'm seeing someone tied up on the floor on grass. So there's this conflicting experience, right? Because grass is supposed to be something freeing, something liberating, but there's someone being tied up. So you could be feeling, if this is for you, helplessness, suppressed emotions, or a lack of control over something that's happening in your life. And so needing to recognize how you can set yourself free, what is holding you down or restricting you. Then I'm seeing, I'm on a boat, I'm on a ferry of some sort, I'm behind the cashier, and there's someone slipping me, and it felt like an idea, information, or a hint of some sort. And I remember still having the feeling of being stuck, but being stuck behind the counter. So a boat or a ferry is, you know, some type of form of transportation, but it's a transitionary mode of transportation. It usually takes you from one place to another. So you are moving, crossing over into the unknown, or just being in between two places. The behind the counter could be just responsibilities, things that you're having to present yourself to the world because it's a public face. Like being a cashier means like you're the person that is interacting with other people in a service capacity. Someone's living you with the idea. It could be guidance. It could be some type of intuitive awareness or a secret or a piece of advice that is being handed to you behind the scenes, because I was behind the scenes and it was coming at me behind the scenes. So there could be, it's something that's subtle because it wasn't overtly like known. It was like a little piece of information kind of being slipped. So you being aware of this piece of information could be like the first steps into you acknowledging or being aware of your unconscious, subconscious rather, or just an intuitive, you know, awareness, or just accepting help, right? You're just accepting help from someone. And then I'm hearing the words, sí, porque esta revolución está tan fea. And it's being spoken by an indigenous woman, and behind her are it's the night sky, and there's stars. And so, sí, porque esta revolución está tan fea is a literal translation to yes, because this revolution is so ugly. So there's an awareness, right, of what's happening in society, the challenges that are occurring. This is a period of awakening for a lot of folks because of the intensity that's going on in the world. And so you could be a witness to it. There could be something really ugly or intense happening in your life, around personal relationships, career life, or maybe just a social broader social issue that you're feeling there's destruction or chaos or just something that's wrong for you. The night sky and the stars is just a reminder that that it's something bigger than you, right? The indigenous woman is oftentimes related to the feminine, Mother Earth, for example. And so there's an awareness of like, yes, there's an awareness that something is off. Something could be even morally wrong, especially with what's going on in society. And it's something bigger than us. There's something that's in the chaos. It's organized chaos, right? It's part of the bigger picture. And so there's something about like, just take a step back. It's something that is supposed to happen. There's going to be truth that comes out of this. And so don't lose hope around that, right? Or this could be something that's being brought to your awareness if you've kind of been in la la land and not really realizing what's been happening. Then the last thing is I'm seeing the word tide, but it's spelled T-Y-D-E. I had no idea that this was a name. It's oftentimes used as a name and or it's an archaic spelling of the word tide, T-I-D-E. And that's just symbolic of an ocean tide, right? The rhythm of flow of life. The tide is constantly changing, right? Coming and going. And there's, what was the symbolic meaning around it? I just remember seeing the lettering and it was T-Y-D-E, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? I didn't know that it was, it is used as part of a name like Tyler, things of that sort. But apparently it's referring to the cycles and flow of time, that the tide, there's high tide and low tide. So things are always changing. And then I'm seeing toes and the feet, and it looked like soap. It looked like soapy soap, like foam. There was foam around the toes and the toes were moving, and like it. So it immediately for me, whenever I see feet, I think of your path, right? I think of where you are, and there's clearly cleansing that's occurring. But I didn't think about it until afterwards, where the tide, you know, sometimes the tide when it lands, it's foamy. And so it's possible that it could have something to do with some type of emotional cleansing to take away the stress, something to remind you that the tide comes and goes, so the challenges will come and go. And so being okay with that, understanding that the challenges that maybe could be happening even at a global level are here to clear out, the path. But it could also mean emotions and ideas. Water is symbolic of intuition. It's also symbolic of healing. And so there could be themes around emotional cleansing and releasing. You decide what it is for you, right? Okay, let's get some oracle cards to see if this is for you, right? Thank Thank you for sticking it out if you're still watching this. At this time, woman holding coin. So there's could be feminine energy, right? There could be a period of abundance. Hopefully my battery doesn't run out, because battery is running low. I'm going to try to go as much as I can. At least get the oracle cards out before I step into the rest of this. Oh, chaos and conflict. Were we not talking about the chaos? There's transformation that's occurring with the world. We'll get one more here. Chaos and conflict. These are 6, 6, 42, 33. That's 6, 6. And then growth. So change that's going to allow us to grow. All right, here we go. How are we starting this reading for you all? Remember, that's how the world is seeing you, or how you're wanting the world to see you. It doesn't necessarily have to be how you really are. It's just the outer mask, the facade. Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, planting some seeds. Usually it's planting seeds, but here it's like, yeah, it's like you're planting. You've either planted them already and now you're starting to pick them off. Usually this one is like planting the seeds, right? Because 8 of Pentacles is work, but here it's like could be ideas that you're picking off, or these could be what you've already planted, and it's like the abundance is starting to come for you, or you're picking out the first idea, or it could be an idea. I mean, Pentacles is resources. It could be money. It could be ideas. It could be people. What's your crossing energy? Ace of Cups, a new beginning, right? A new opportunity to open your heart up. So there's love, there's resources. What's happening underneath? We have 2. So there's transformation occurring around the options that you have. So it's like the universe is saying, hey, we're working on it. Don't worry. Yes, you're grounded. It's like all this is up in the air. It's like there's something that's happening above you that you don't realize it's happening amongst the chaos and the conflict, right? There's all this stuff that's happening, but there's a reason for it, because there's something that's brewing. Your opportunities are coming in, right? And you're just focusing on what the tangible is. Like, oh, here's this one thing. Not realizing that there's more behind the scenes. Let's go under the hidden position. This is energy that could help you, that could hold you back, or that could be what will be a natural evolvement of what's happening. You have the Knight of Swords. So what you have available to you is your truth, moving forward with your truth, fast communication. Just be careful with that, because sometimes how we can communicate can either help us if we're smart and witty, or it can hold us back if we say the wrong thing at the wrong time, say too much when we're not supposed to. So keep that in mind. It could go either way. What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from? If this is your story, what are you walking away from? You are walking away from having started a journey. So you've already started a journey, right? You've ended something, you've already started it, you're taking steps. What are you walking towards? 6 of Cups energy. You're walking towards a soulmate. You're walking towards a soulmate. It could be a past life soulmate. There could be something about an apology with this particular card, because someone is handing the card, the flowers to the other person. And so someone that's older maybe than you. But again, I think it's all about communication. It's a new beginning in love. This chaos that's happening around you, whether it's personal or societal, is purposeful, because it's meant to realign things. It's meant for things to grow, or people to grow, right? To grow into the authentic version of themselves. And it's opening up opportunities for people to work together, to keep your heart open. What is in your environment that could help you? And it could be full energy, in the sense of like, this is also for society, right? It's a new chapter, it's a new beginning. And sometimes new beginnings start with tension, with chaos, with conflict. If there was too much stagnation or not growth, right? Because growth comes when you give yourself permission to transform and change. Growth occurs to prevent stagnation from happening, right? Remember I thought and connecting to the meditation, stuckness, there was stuckness. So around you right now is 8 of Pentacles. You're working. So remember, 7 of Pentacles, there's 8 of Pentacles around you. So you're looking at your resources. You're like, okay, this is what I have. Check. This is what I have in this part of my life. Check. What are your hopes? Your hopes is abundance, emotional abundance. 10 of Cups, right? Your hopes are to ground every desire of your heart. What are your fears in this? What are your fears? Fears. What are your fears? What are your fears? That soulmate energy could be like who is helping you out. Your fears, 3 of Pentacles, work. Your fear is around work. It could be like, how do I collaborate with other people? How am I going to, you know, like they each have three of the Pentacles, right? So it's like each person is going to do what, but there could be fear on how you're going to do that. What's the outcome? 2 of Cups. Oh, look. It's like this soulmate person. There's an exchanging of gifts. Look how pretty. It's like the maturity. There's going to be some type of maturity with a soulmate. Or this is alignment of self. It could be alignment of self. Like 2 of Cups could be you and your higher self. What's underneath? King of Swords. There's a maturity. There's growth that's occurring. It could be you and the soulmate that is going to grow together, that's going to have conflict, that's going to build something together. There's going to be conflict and chaos that you're going to go through together, and you're going to grow together. There's something about maturity, because there's this that's maturing, the connection, but there's also the Knight of Swords into the King of Swords. So there's connection around communication, around how you're integrating the thoughts. This could be a work partnership. There could be a hope for it to be something more, but for right now, it's just keeping your heart open, right? It's keeping your heart open. It's just entertaining this new chapter of growth. Let's get 3 cards of clarification. If this is your story, right? I mean, to each your own, right? Like, but that's so cute. I hadn't seen that 2 of Cups before. Let's get 3 cards of clarification or advice if this is your story. Knight of Cups. Yeah, keep your heart open. Eventually there's going to be the ability to maybe either make this a little bit more. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 7 of Pentacles again. So it's about what you are sowing the seeds together. So look, it's like one of you is one of you is more mature than the other in terms of your emotional ability. If this is you and somebody else, but you're going to learn how to create something together. You're going to plant the seeds for something together. And right now you're not really looking at each other because there's a difference in where you are emotionally. But you're headed towards something uniting together. Now, if this is not you and somebody else, this is you where you are integrating, right? Keeping your heart, the youthful aspect of love open, tapping into your heart to become more mature with love, to become more able to manage your emotions amongst the chaos, right? And you'll be able to then plant your seeds because there's so much feminine energy. So there could be, you know, if you think about society right now, there's I don't use the word the lack, but the focus, better choice of words, the focus is on the masculine energy, on the patriarchy, on what we don't have, right? But when we focus on the fact that things are coming and things are needing to leave because something else is needing to step in, the feminine energy is what's needing to step in, right? The feminine energy within us needing to mature, right? So that we're not reacting emotionally, but really managing the big emotions, right? When those tides come in. And then we're able to create something together, something that's a little more mature, right? A little more wise. Let's get a sacred oracle. Sacred Traveler Oracle, if this is your story. we need to know? Solitude. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So there could be a need, like after the chaos and conflict, there's a time to go within, right? This is the spiritual awakening. If it's at a societal level of what's going to occur, people are going to need to go within. They're going to need to find answers. They're going to need to figure out like what is going on. Why is all of this happening? They're going to go within and learn how to trust their own guidance. And that's going to be an individual and societal growth opportunity. But if this is you at an individual level, you may be needing to go within. So in silence, you'll find a depth of self-awareness as well as inner peace. This is not a time to venture forth with a new project or a new cycle. This is the time to step back and be still. In quietude, you can seek and uncover your deepest inner truth. Seek solitude and all will be revealed. No matter what is happening around you, find serenity. The secret traveler wants you to know your power is born in stillness. Sometimes the traveler is in such a hurry to reach the next peak that he gets separated from his spiritual source. However, when the traveler takes the time alone, everything falls into perspective. Take time out of your day to be completely quiet. Take deep, slow breaths. Imagine inhaling vitality and exhaling all that is not needed. Affirm that all is well. Move past the chatter and chaos on the road of life. Be still and hear the voices of your higher self and your spirit guides. If you do this, right, you will be able to move forward with other people in a much more balanced way. Wow, that's amazing, right? Whether it's an individual story or if it's something for all of us to embrace. So there you go. There you have it. Hit the like button if that makes sense for you. Share the message if you think it'll help somebody else. And we'll see you next time. Stay tuned for this week. My goal is to come back to the individual readings. I left off with Scorpio. So Scorpio, you will be next. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great holiday if you celebrate the holiday. And if not, have a great rest of your week.